Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hope all of y'all are having a great day. I'm not really. I feel like shit. My stomach is all messed up. I kind of feel nauseous, child. So, yeah, I'm streaming from my bed right now. But I was like, you know what? Just because I don't feel well and I'm in my bed doesn't mean that I can't do our noon live. So here I am. Here I is. Again, I hope everyone is having a great Wednesday. Feeling great. It is rainy here. I did not have good sleep. I'm normally a person. I sleep through the night. I can't even tell you how much tossing and turning and waking and just it was, I don't know, child. But regardless of whatever, we're here, we're square. Hope everyone is having a great day. Hold on, let me look at this. I'm trying to figure something out. Okay, no. I'm on my phone. Don't mind me. I'm on my phone streaming. Y'all know I normally don't stream on my phone, but I decided to hold on. Okay. All right, cool. So what are we gonna talk about today? Today, I guess I just wanted to come on really quickly and talk about things that I found interesting. One is we spoke on Kalani yesterday and what her baby daddy is accusing her of. And I guess I want to touch on that topic today, as well as the oof, child. Hold on, let me try to get comfortable. Mm. As well as the rally that was held last night with Harris and Wall. And when I tell you, I woke up because again, I just wasn't feeling that great yesterday. Like I said, I'm not feeling great today after I got off alive or whatever. I ended up falling asleep. I did turn my TV on. I don't know if I told y'all, I don't really turn my television on until like the afternoon, like night. But for some reason, I was like, let me turn the television on, put on CNN because most of the time my television stays on CNN. And then I passed out. And then my pass out, I'm like in and out of consciousness. And I hear, oh my gosh, what is his name? Shapiro. So I'm in and out of consciousness and I'm hearing Shapiro, doing his thing. And I'm just like, okay, okay. So again, I just, setting y'all up for the conversation today, regardless of whatever. We're going to get into that in a moment. But before we do, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now, because you already know, what the fuck is this? Oh, you already know you're going to forget to like it later. That's just what it is, especially if you're part of the replay gang. Also, remember to like this video. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. You know I be over there. Even in my sickly ways, child, I was over there on Twitter tweeting it up and resharing the funniest things ever. Follow me on my Instagram. Y'all know I like posting myself. I'm a little shit. My name is Jovi Beauty. What do you want from me? Okay, what do you expect? And then also don't forget to go to my website, jovibeauty.com, to get you one of our dope ass bonnets, our scarves. Side note, we just got in our limited edition, the UPS, I don't even know who it was that left it at the door. We just got in another design, very limited edition. I have not even opened the package because, like I told y'all, I'm not feeling well. But two of those already have to be shipped out today. I'm gonna see if I get my daughter shipped out because I had a, what do you call it? Pre-orders. I had a pre-order. So if you're the person that ordered the pre-order, your order will be shipped by at least tomorrow. I'm gonna feel good enough to go to the post office by tomorrow if I can't get this teenager to go for me. You know how these teenagers are. Nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this intro so we could do what? Get on with the rest of today's show. Okay, guys. Well, I see about a couple of people went to the website. Listen, I have not put the new scarves on the website. Okay, I literally just got like 4 notifications of people jumping on the website. I tell you, the package just got in. If you want to know what they look like, I'm gonna tell you what they look like. They are the draft design that we have in pink. It is. I believe it's called like um drafted blue or something along the lines. That pre-order is going to be shipped out, but I have a draft. I guess you could call it a draft in pink or whatever. So I have those, right? Very limited, like 5 or less, right? So letting everybody know. I don't even know if I'm going to put it up. Hey, depressed. I don't even know if I'm going to put it up on a website, or maybe just tomorrow when we go live, just show y'all them and have y'all, because it's not even enough in my head to even the work to put it on a website. But nonetheless, I'm just letting y'all know what it is. Okay. Because literally, while the intro was playing, because y'all know I'm streaming on my phone, I always get notifications when people going to the website. I got 5 notifications of people on the website. I love y'all, and I love that y'all know that I put it together. Anywho, let's start with the show, okay? So, Kalani. All right. I wish I would have screenshotted it, but I didn't. And I don't think I can. I tried it before on this platform, and I can't see my tablet anywhere to pull it up. So, and I'm not getting out of bed. I just can't. If I could get out of bed, if I had the energy to get out of bed, child, I would be on the computer. Okay. So, nonetheless, Kalani did make a response, and I am going to give you a synopsis of what she said, because like I said, I read it, but I don't have it in front of me to read it verbatim. Nonetheless, Kalani was like, she needed to wait until she calmed down to respond. I feel you, I feel you. Some my baby daddy do some wild shit, or anybody, first response, we should probably calm the fuck down. I'm like that. That's why I say I try to really wait a day before I respond, because I already know I'm gonna turn up and tear down. So she tried to wait so she could respond. Cool, 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 no doubt. And then she basically said that everything he said was false. She also said she never left her kid with no random person. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck does that? Everything she does is for her kid. She makes sure her kid is safe at all times. She doesn't leave her kid with just some random strangers. And she even said that I did notice the part where she said her former religious, I guess, association, basically implying that, hey mommy, I saw you was calling me, but I was getting this stuff ready. I'll call you later. Implying that she is not associated with that church organization anymore, and like he's attempting to play in her face and she's not having it. And listen, that's what I needed to hear. We saw, y'all saw the live stream yesterday. Y'all know how I feel. Y'all know I'm real direct with certain things. Two things can be true at the same time. He could be a money hungry mom, Emma, and she could be silly in the head. And because there's people, listen, there's MAGA out here. So we cannot pretend like people in this world are not stupid and do stupid things and put their children in like danger. There's people who do stuff like that. We would hope that that most people wouldn't do shit like that, but just off of life experiences and just watching other people, we all know that women, men, people do dumbass things and put their children's lives, safety, whatever, in danger every damn day. You know, shit, especially when it comes to the church. People be leaving their children alone with pastors all the damn time, talking about, but he's a pastor. And then the next thing you know, 10, 15 years later, your child coming to tell you how pastor so and so did this to them, and they felt like they couldn't do nothing, because you got to respect your elders and respect the pastor. So this is not nothing new, and it is a reasonable assumption especially when he laid something, especially when the baby daddy laid it out the way he did, because my thing is, personally, I'm thinking, who the hell, but again, these niggas is crazy, so I don't know. But I'm thinking, who would go that far to say all of these things about, maybe the ex-pastor was a pedo, but the real question now is, when did Kalani leave the church? Did she leave the church yesterday, or did she been leave the church? If she been left the church, then now he attempting to play in her face. If she doesn't allow him to see his child because of his behavior, that's kind of on him, so we'll eventually see how this shit plays out. I doubt she'll lose her baby, especially if she's not in this alleged cult. Okay, hopefully she's actually not in this cult, and it's not true. But one thing I've learned over the years, and my mama told me this shit a long time ago, and it really sticks with me. She told me this when I was in like high school or like something like that, or like right after high school. You can't expect other people to be like you, and not just in the, just even think like you, behave like you. Like, I kind of consider myself a straight shooter, very direct kind of person. And I've had to learn over the years, that most people are not as direct. Most people are not as like brutally honest, even though sometimes I can be brutal. You know what I'm saying? Most people are not like that. Just like most people, you would think most people would have the common sense God gave them to not talk about, like, let's talk about the a little bit about the election. We're going to jump into that in a minute. But how they don't want people who were convicted of felonies in certain states voting, like, but this is the Republican thing. They're using that to try to say, Walz shouldn't be vice president because he is allowing people who are, have felonies or whatever, to vote, while they are literally, well, their nominee literally has like 30 something freaking felony charges, like, we would love to believe that everybody had the sense God gave them. I want to believe. Lord help me, Jesus. I be wanting to believe it. That people like shame is a, like people had shame or common sense or just human decency. But the reality is that everybody doesn't. Not saying that most of America is shit, but we see enough idiots to know that that's not necessarily true. I've grown up with enough people who have put all their money, not my people, because my mama don't play them games, but we ain't really go to church that grown up, but anyway, but I grew up with people who would give the pastor all of their discretion, damn near all of their discretionary income, and they ain't got no food at home. They can't feed their children. 34. Child, I love y'all. Thank 34 felonies. I knew it was 30 something. I can't keep track. But thank you. I grew up with people who parents would give the pastor all their money, and they had to eat freaking bread and bologna sandwiches, or like mayo sandwiches, like real crazy, like real thing. You would think that people would have the common sense not to. But especially when it comes to religion, something about religion to me, for some people, can be more powerful than that urge we have to protect our children. If you get what I'm saying. So I feel like sometimes some people are just like that. Some people, they choose men over their children. Some people choose church over they don't realize that's what they're doing. I don't think they realize that they're choosing church over their children. They just think, that God told them to give them all the money. And if my kid hungry, then my kid hungry. But, I did what the Lord told me to do. That sort of mentality. You would hope that people wouldn't be like that, but the reality is that some people are. So I say all this to say, let's not act, no, before I say all this to say, let's not act like Jim Jones didn't wipe people out with freaking Kool-Aid. Okay? Men, women, and children. Let's not act like people didn't pick up themselves, their lives, their children, and move to a cult. And people don't do that shit every day. We cannot pretend like it. I saw this something on YouTube yesterday. It was like an interview of some woman who was involved in the January 6th situation. She's the pink hat lady. I guess that's what they called her. She has 8 children, 6 grandchildren. And she started, I guess like a month now. She's in there already. She did she got hit with a 5-year bid because she stormed the Capitol, had a pickaxe and broke one of the freaking windows, was going in there like a freaking maniac, and still not, what, 4 years later, 3-4 years later, still not accountable for that. Still, the reporter asking her, well, you about to leave your kids for 5 years, your grandkids, everything, your husband, whatever the fuck, and she still cannot see where she fucked up. In her mind, she is still the victim, and Donald Trump has no accountability or responsibility for for the reason her ass is doing 5 years now with 8 children and 6 fucking grandchildren. It blows my mind. It really does. But again, I say all of that to say common sense ain't so common. There we go. I say all of that. I said all of that to say common sense ain't so goddamn common. So I hope Kalani, because that's what we was talking about. We went all over the place. So I hope Kalani is telling the truth. I hope baby daddy is just pulling a dumbass baby daddy because he want that bread. Again, something about that, she don't give me the social security number, bothered me. Something about that was weird, in my opinion. Okay? Something about that, especially you're not the primary parent. What the fuck do you need the social security number for? For what? Like, something about that bothered me. Okay? And I do know yesterday y'all were like, yeah, he asked for child support if he was to get full custody. Okay, fine, whatever. Does she get child support? Probably not. He probably said, well, she got more money than me. But what that got to do with taking care of a child? It's so many questions. There's so many questions. There's so many questions. That's why you got to put these motherfuckers on child support and stop playing. Because if the opportunity presents itself, they will put you on child support. It doesn't matter if you make more money than them or less money than them. They will put you on child support with their bum asses, okay? If all else fails, those girls who be like, I don't want to call the cops because, the cops be beating these black men to death. Why he knocking you between the washer and dryer? I want you to know, if you even trip that hoe, okay, if you even scream back a little bit too much, bitch, that same nigga that I don't want to call the cops because the cops might kill him, the cops, that same motherfucker will not hesitate 1 second to call the cops on you and lie on you if he got to. Okay, all right, okay, I just had to say that. Let me look at some of these comments. How y'all doing? Like I told y'all, or if you just got in, I said this earlier, I do not feel well. I did not sleep well. I'm nauseous. I threw up. Y'all know I was sick. I don't hopefully it not, coming back up, but I was sick when I got back from Vegas, and I don't know. I just don't really feel well today. So that's why I'm streaming from my bed with my glasses with no camera, and y'all gonna like it. Okay. Appreciate you though. Love y'all all. Let me look at some of these comments. Hey Shay, how are you? Yes, and like I told people, I literally just got in a couple of the new scarves. I want to see how they do. Ooh, I haven't put them on a website because, like I literally said, I'm sick and I'm in bed, and I might not even put them on a website. I might just show y'all the design, and tomorrow when we stream from the computer, I might just show y'all the design and go from there. But whatever. Shay said the family member gave the entire rent money to the church and had to feed their family with food bank groceries. We all know people like that. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people like that. Hey, Bree. Oh, and in case y'all wanted to know about the Weekend Dub episode last night, we will be doing an episode probably tonight or tomorrow, sometime this week. You know, it's been storming all over the country, here in New York as well. It is pouring. No, well, it's stopped pouring right now. We're in the interlude here in New York. It's been pouring since yesterday. It's been pouring all over the country. And, you know, these internets. So we decided that it might be best to just wait a day or two until the rain calmed down so we wouldn't be midstream and some weird, thing happen. Just FYI. Okay, FYI. She said he broke. He gotta be, yeah. Yeah. That's my first thought is that he broke and he won $1. All that other shit he was saying made me like, well, what the fuck? But the begging for a child social security, you are not if you're not the primary parent, what the fuck you need the child social security for? Like, for real, for what? She's 5. Are you putting her in school? No. Do you make her doctor's appointments? Hell no. I just had a conversation with somebody about something along these lines yesterday, and I had to tell them. It was a friend of mine, just a friend, he's a guy, he's going through a divorce, etc., etc. And I was like, and he kept saying about, he trying to go and see, he got to see the doctor and all this shit. And then, it's just the complications of it all. It's so hard and all of this shit. And I just had to just come out because, again, I'm blunt and shit. And I had to just come out and be like, yo, it's so difficult for you right now because for the last about 20 years, maybe 15, I don't know, you were married, right? And your wife probably made those appointments for you, took care of the school things, took care, when you needed this a dentist appointment, to see the urologist, to see your primary, whatever. She took care of those things for you. Y'all don't really comprehend because he was telling me about how he was trying to call the hospital to make an appointment. They had him, and he was at work on the phone, and then he realized that he was on a phone call on hold for 45 minutes. And in my head, I'm like, bruh, I guess, I'm like, well, go to a better hospital, because in that hospital, I would assume you would be on hold for 45 minutes, but like, you did not know that for the last 15, 20 years that when you were married, your wife was the one taking on the burden of making those phone calls, being on hold, and managing that shit behind the scenes, right? You did not comprehend that like all the work that women do. And it also reiterated and magnified all the behind the scenes work that we do as women. We don't even realize it or think of it, right? Because it's like, okay, I got to make a doctor's appointment. I might be on hold for a while, or I got to call this, so I got to call Social Security, right? Let's say, or call this place or whatever. I'm gonna probably be on hold for like 2 hours. God damn it, some weird, but just the things that we have to do, you know, buying the groceries, the fucking cooking, the planning, the just living of the life. And like the minute you got to do it by yourself, you don't know what the fuck to do. I found that wild interesting. But anyway, I say that to say, what the hell he needed the social security number for? That was the first red flag for me. He's broke. He wants some bread, and he trying to throw her under the bus. And I guess he thought he was going to pull a Kevin Federline, but Kalani was like, I'm not even involved in that organization anymore. He's lying. All I do is prioritize my child. I don't leave my kids with strangers, because he really tried to throw her under the bus because apparently he's broke. This is another reason why I be telling y'all, and y'all be thinking I'm playing, but I'm dead ass though. And the more you look at these things, and I guess also the older I get, I start realizing why people go to sperm banks. Because Kalani wanted a baby. She wanted a baby, right? She really wasn't, I don't think they were like really together or whatever, but she wanted a baby and she chose this nigga to have the baby for. And now you stuck with this nigga forever and his, I'm trying to get over Bullshit. Because the only reason he probably even decided to have this baby with her is because he saw a payday. And I really feel like Ebony K. Williams, I'm all over the place, but stay with me here. Did the best is the best example of what you need to do if you are not in, I guess that sort of situation with that guy. Because again, of course, all these niggas ain't fuck shit. But like, you can't have all this shit and be thinking, but he's a great personality and he's broken shit, and think that he's not looking at you as a payday, because that's just the reality of men. They show when these niggas show you who they are, believe it, right? So really believe that Kalani probably would have been way better off at a sperm bank. So many women would have been way better off going to a fucking sperm bank than being attached to a fucking leech who is just going to do everything he can to destroy your image so he can get a few dollars and cents. Britney Spears was better off at a sperm bank too. She would have had her kids. She probably wouldn't went so damn crazy if she wasn't so caught up in other things. She said for taxes and other ish. Um, I feel like it. I really do. I really do. Like, I really, really do. I really think like people, especially Black women, need to start looking into sperm banks more. I also saw this morning that Ebony K. Williams, since we talking about her, since I just randomly brought her up, she's selling her condo. That's probably why she came to mind. I read a little article, that she's selling her condo here in Harlem. Shout out to her for 900 mil. Child, y'all know these back in the day. And you know what? I love it for her. She's selling her condo. She's probably going to move into some beautiful townhouse somewhere. She's probably going to stay in a city, or maybe even move to Long Island. You know how these people do. Or just get a bigger apartment or whatever. But she's selling her townhouse. She's about to pop. I guess she want more space. Shout out to her. I'm just like, condo in Harlem for $900 million. She probably bought, and shout out to her, because she probably bought that shit back in the day. Back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I mean about 10 years ago, 10, 12, maybe 15 years ago, for probably about $75,000. I swear to God. Like, oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, a condo in a brownstone. I was like, okay. And I'm like, in Harlem, cool. And I know this area in my mind. I'm like, okay, around City College area, cool. But even back then, yeah, you could probably have bought that condo. Okay, fine, like $125,000. Now, 12, 15 years later, here it goes on sale for 900,000. That's a win. That's a win. I ain't mad at her. I want to see what she buys, but it's cool. Anyway, let's move on. This went on for way too long. Oh, side note, I told y'all yesterday that I was gonna get my daughter to make me some transitions. Guess what she been working on? I ain't been able to see it because I'm sick in bed, and the furthest I've been able to go is the bathroom. But guess who made me some? Apparently, she made me a transition. She made me some things. So shout out to her. I gotta pay her, but I'll pay her. She's an employee, I guess. But hold up. Let me see. She better get what? Hold on. Before we go on to the elections, because y'all know I am on that. Now my TV has not moved from CNN since like yesterday. Literally, it's still on here now. It's on mute though, but it's on here now. Anyway, let me look. They know they act dumb. They let them play in your face. They know it gotta be done. And some of y'all doing all this for the man. So how they figure you not doing it for the children? Oh, wow. She was better going. Listen. She was better go. I get it. I want a baby. Cool. Go to a sperm bank. At this point, you see, especially when you winning, you can't. We all know you can't be winning and mess with a loser. Point blank in a story. You would want to be, you like, but it should be, it could be okay. You know, how many examples you cannot be winning and get with a loser? He will drag you to the pits of hell. We know this shit. Okay. So if you want a baby so bad, cool. If you're not in a good situation and he's not cool with his finances and all of that stuff and his mental health and just a good decent human being, baby, you better off going to a sperm bank and having no connection, because these niggas will drag you to the pits of hell. Drag you to the pits of hell. She said it was the fact that he said he lied about being gay. Sir, what now? He said that? Okay. Then we know. User, she thought. But again, we got to get out our feelings, emotions. I don't know what happened with a representative Cory Bush, but apparently it is on fire. I need to find out what is going on. She apparently lost to somebody named Wesley Bell. These are both black people. I'm confused, but it's on fire. Okay, this conversation apparently is as big as how bad Walz destroyed Vance and Trump yesterday. They talk about house squad members. What the fuck is a squad member, and why? You know what? Let me not look up, because I'm looking up and CNN just getting on my nerves. But anyway, Shay says she took the drama free route. Like, I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. If I had a chance to go back, listen, listen, listen. Bree said that the bank is the best way to go. These men don't want to work. Look at Rachel Lindsay. He is white and didn't want to work. Oh yeah, I don't know too much about these are the Paradise and Love people. I don't really watch. My kid was like, it's so amazing this season, the Black Papa one. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, I don't watch them too much, but I do know, I have heard of that story. Yeah, she was winning. He quit his job. You know that was gonna be a L. Let's be for real. These men, they can't do it. It's just the patriarchy of it all won't allow them to. Won't allow them to. The patriarchy of it. They're out one end telling you they don't give a fuck about your money. Fuck a bitch who got money. Child, while I was watching this, again, we back and forth between common sense and politics. Why the fuck? I wish I could pull this up, but again, I'm on my phone, so I can't pull it up. Why was Roseanne Barr at Mar-a-Lago last night? Okay, they were having an event because that's what they do over there in Mar-a-Lago. Okay, all right. She was at Mar-a-Lago. I don't know if she was drunk. I don't know if she was coked out. I don't know what she was. But she was screaming for y'all to drop out of college. Y'all is in y'all, because I already got my degrees. Okay. She was screaming for y'all to drop out of college because college is nothing. It's not important. She'll help you. And I just kept thinking, like, these people really want us to be dumb and uneducated. And the fact that apparently she did this rant right after the rally, I found very interesting. And says a lot about how they want us as a country dumb and dependent. How they want us as a country dumb and dependent, so they can do whatever and play up in your face like they do most of the magas, because the magas, in my opinion, are probably the least educated people in this country. I said what I said. We'll get there in a minute. Victoria said my friend was engaged and her mate cheated, and she walked and chose herself, then made the decision to go to a sperm bank and has no drama. That's what I'm talking about. Please don't forget to like this video. Like it. I really appreciate it if y'all like my video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and y'all already know all donations are appreciated. Y'all know my Cash App. Y'all know my PayPal. Y'all know my y'all know my stuff. Okay, it's on the screen. My super chats, it's on the screen. I appreciate y'all. That $ by the comment section, y'all can use that too. Anyway, Yes, 900,000. I was like, oh yeah. And like I said, I know what these brownstones cost. That's I'm like, damn, I wish I'd have got my shit together in my when I was like 29, married to foolishness. That's what I'm saying. Because we couldn't being in foolishness fucks you up. Being in foolishness. Because I would have whole had a brownstone right now. I would have whole had a brownstone by now. Okay. I would have whole had a brownstone right now if I would have had. That's what I love about these young girls. Like the opportunities, the education, because I didn't even know about, like just the not being limited or being forced to be limited with basic as fuck just cause that is expected of them. Shout out to them for being childless and saying I ain't gonna be in no relationship unless it's a winning situation. Shout out to this new generation for not just getting by with the bullshit. Okay. Hey DC. She said him not signing it. Yeah, he talking about because it was a home birth, he didn't sign the birth certificate. Like, were you not at the home birth? Weren't y'all cool back then? Even I didn't even me and my ex-husband didn't even live in the same house no more. I didn't really want him in a room with me. I ain't gonna hold you. But he was sure was at the hospital. He took me. Or if I would have had a home, like why weren't you there during the birth of your child? That's weird, right? That's weird. Like how? Y'all were cool then. Or at least cool enough to be still, like what? It's weird. My mama said if he was on his birth certificate, he could get a copy of the social security card. I guess that is true, Ma. I just don't see why he needs it. I don't see why he needs it. He ain't there. Why do you need my kid's social security so you could turn on electricity in his name? No, thank you. So you could run up all these bills. And I've heard of that too. I've heard of that too. These, certain people, opening the bills in the name, some of these men's, because when they get to social security, running to try to file taxes first, even though they don't even see the kid. And who's left to pay off this kid's debt? Who's left? Because you can't just leave the debt under your kid's name because then they're going to grow up. Who's left to pay off the kid's debt if not the mother? Who takes the L? Watching the kid to being the full-time provider for the kid and you ain't even getting the child tax credit because this nigga who watched the kid who sees his kid maybe like for a weekend, a fucking year, if that, ran and got his taxes done first. Stop giving them information, mommy. A matter of fact, you're right. Remember how I started this conversation? I told y'all my friend was trying to make a doctor's appointment. That could only work, Ma, if these people had enough accountability to even go to the Social Security office to go pick it up. Half of the time, they need assistance to make their own doctor's appointments or to go file this paperwork or you got to file it for them because, he's so busy at work. Bet you busy at work too, but you got to file it for them. You got to drag him down to Social Security office when he loses his Social Security card so he can get a new one. Who it takes to drag him, if not his mom or the girlfriend or the wife. So you're right. They could go if he was on a birth certificate, he could go and get a copy of the child's Social Security card. But you know what? The lazy man in him ain't gonna allow him to do that. He just want her to hand it over to him. And if he have to put in some work, she wasn't doing nothing, looking like she was coked out. Anyway, but if this lazy man got to put in the work, it's never gonna happen. It's like saying, "Oh, I want to see my kid. I want to see my, some of them on all that weird shit, but yet they don't go to court to attempt to see their kid." It's like this video that I saw. It was like 2 months ago, where this guy was mad and upset because him and his wife were divorcing, and he didn't show up at the court. The wife showed up at the court and the wife was awarded half of his shit, half of the safe, everything, and he was like in the truck crying and falling out. And everybody in the comments are like, bruh, you couldn't even bother to take a day of your life. You still put the burden of this, probably why he was divorced getting divorced now, right? Putting the burden of taking care of you like you five on your wife to the point where even in y'all's divorce, she's divorcing you. You still attempted to put the burden of her putting your best interest in front of her own best interest in y'all divorce and not even show up and then want to be here crying and acting like a fucking victim and like she did you so wrong when you all you had to do was show up to court the same way she did. Or nah. Tell me I ain't lying. Tell me I'm lying. So yeah, that motherfucker ain't going to get the social security or the birth certificate. He couldn't even take time out of his day to go put his name on the birth certificate. When she probably told him to, what he thought she was gonna go through a bunch of amendments and all this weird shit when he decided on his own not even to be there during the birth when all of this stuff was happening. Who fault is that, Sway? Rachel was the first black bachelorette who surprised of this outcome. Mhm. She married a loser. She said Roseanne Barr ain't been right since she had to pay her ex-husband millions. And at this point, I don't even care. I used to feel bad for Roseanne back in the day when that happened. Like, oh damn, he got over. But like, she's a fucking psycho. And if she's a psycho, listen. Mm. I wonder if what's his name? Bronson, whatever the frick Trump's son name, Barron. That's his name, Barron Trump. He going to college. Barron gonna be at Yale, Harvard, probably not Harvard, probably Princeton. He gonna be at probably at Princeton. Let me not say that because that's my goal school for my baby. That's not her goal school, but that's my goal. Anyway, he probably gonna be at Princeton in about a month. But they here telling us and telling these little kids to drop out of college. It ain't nothing. I'll help you. That's what she said. Well, she wants you to drop out of college so she could give you a job for that pay $15 an hour, $20 an hour, because they don't want you, because now the let's blame everything on the immigrants ain't necessarily working. Right? You can't blame the new immigrants, like we said when the whole when he was on the stage at the Black Journalism Convention. How the fucking immigrants coming to take these educated journalists' job at the Times, at the fucking wherever the fuck, the Post, where I don't know other newspapers across the country, not off the top of my head. At TMZ, you got to kind of have degrees and shit for that. Like they ain't taking those jobs. They take, if you're gonna say anything, like shit, they ain't even really taking the jobs that motherfuckers don't want. Cause I know y'all don't want to be out there picking fucking bananas and shit off these fucking and strawberries and shit. Motherfuckers got trauma from fucking and generational trauma from slavery. I know our black asses ain't gonna be picking shit. But I do like them organic strawberries. But I know I ain't gonna be picking shit. My daughter ain't gonna be picking shit. Even my mama ain't gonna be picking shit. So, somebody gotta pick this shit. Anywho, I'm supposed to be talking about the shit from last night. Let me finish up these comments because I'm ridiculous. I'm ridiculous right now. I sound like I'm hopped up on medicine. Hmm. Oh my god. To just get a baby, freezing your eggs is a great option. Say for my eggs when I'm older, just to make sure I have options. You can freeze them now. Freeze them now. I think that's better if you freeze, like if you think that might be applicable for you. Like those things, we didn't even think of back in the day. Where it wasn't an option, right? But like, wow, the options of it all. I love it for these little girls. When I tell you I love it for these little girls, I love it for these little girls. That is it. He needs access. He must be on the party favors. Um, Do you know dudes will have things from way back and steal their kid's identity? Yes, that's what I'm saying. For what? For what? We're not speaking of, because if he was a good father working, he would have the social, right? Right? Because y'all would probably switch back and forth years on if y'all not together on who is filing for the kids this year, right? Or the kid this year, right? Because he would be a good dad. That would only make sense if he's not like what? You are not financially responsible for the kid. What do you need a social for? I would like you're crazy. She said she still get a credit for her son. She said when I was 16, I made an appointment to get my new social security card and took myself to the bus and got it. These dudes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If like cut it out. It's like those men on the panel saying that they do everything in their power to push their wives over the edge to file for divorce. It says how these men operate. Yeah, that whole don't go to college thing. It's a setup. It's a setup because they see. So let me before you know what. Let's get into the rally. So mind you, I got off the live yesterday. Okay, I did a little shaking and baking. Then it just hit me. Like mind you, um I've been feeling okay for like 4 or 5 days. Yes, every once in a while I cough and I cough up a little bit of mucus, but I've been feeling okay. I've been thinking I've been getting better, but yesterday, bruh, I like lay down for a minute and I was out for the count. Okay, but I did turn the television on, and like I said, halfway through my out for the count, I'm going in and out of sleep because again, I don't sleep in the afternoon, right? So I'm knocked out, but I'm not knocked out because why the fuck are you knocked out? It's the afternoon, right? So I'm in and out of sleep, and I'm hearing this motherfucker. I'm hearing cheers and rallies, and I open my eyes and I'm falling in and out, and I'm like, oh, and I'm in and out, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, who is this guy? Again, mind you, I'm looking at all the stuff. Well, I'm looking at Twitter yesterday. I'm like, yeah, they tearing it up. Trump is having a fit. Trump want Joe Biden back. 2 weeks ago, Trump was telling Joe Biden he needs to get out the race. Now this nigga is begging for him to come back, child. Anyway, then we see, then I finally get up. I finally get up, child. I ain't gonna hold you. I did not see when Kamala and Tim walked out. I didn't see it. It was probably one of my dazes, right? But I woke up. I get halfway and I pulled myself up during like maybe a couple of minutes into her speech, right? It was a little, and I pulled myself up and I'm like, get your ass up, Joe. Watch this. So I'm watching and I'm just like, oh my gosh, the cheers, the lights, the lights. And I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone, because I'm like, let me get up, let me call my friend that I have I have political conversations with. Right? We watching this shit at the same time and we talking. And I'm just like the lights on the wrist. And I'm like, look up in the stands. Because the stands a little dark, but you see the lights up on the wrist, and you see all the wrists moving, and I'm just like, oh yeah. And then motherfucker starts chanting USA, and she giving presidential, and she's giving this country is, can we please be normal again? She's giving, and it's feeling so like, I don't even want to say '08 because I've seen a million people saying '08. It's giving pre-insanity. It's given pre-foolishness. It's given normality. Can we be normal again? Can we not be freaking out here trying to restrict everyone and take away everyone's rights? Can we just do good for our country and our children, etc.? And then she talking about Tim Walz. I made a mistake yesterday. I said he was the principal. He wasn't the principal. He was the social studies teacher. Y'all know I love social studies. One thing I am gonna say, and I'm doing it now. I'm requesting it now. right now, I think that Tim Walz, our new VP candidate, should get his ass up on a Zoom, on Twitter, fuck on YouTube. I don't care where he do it. And I think he needs to teach a civics lesson. Who agrees with me? If you agree that Tim Walz, the was a social studies teacher for 20 years, should probably get up on Twitter and give a civics lesson. The three branches of government. Because every foolishness I see is always, and you know what? I ain't gonna hold you. The dumbest thing I see is from some black people, and they be pissing me off. And I be like, bitch, y'all didn't pay attention in high school. How the three branches of government are balanced, how everything is supposed to be balanced, how a president cannot unilaterally just decide some shit, and that's the law. We do not, and they said it yesterday, we left a king, we're not going back to a king. I love that part, that right there. I think he needs to give us civic lessons on how it's supposed to be, checks and balances, on how the three branches of the government are supposed to work together, so no branch has more power and everyone does things for the benefit of who? The country. I think he really needs to get up on there with a whiteboard. No, fuck it. Take it back to a green chalkboard to a green board with white chalk. That's what I want to see. I want to see chalk on a nigga hands. I want to see his shirt rolled up with an American flag on the side. Go back to his old Minnesota classroom. Let somebody prop up a camera or a fucking phone and give a civics lesson to the kids of the United States that might have forgot or might have missed those days during civics class. What do y'all think? I think it's a fantastic idea. Because they're like, but why don't you bring back Roe v. Wade now? Because the courts are stacked, because Senate was stacked. Do we not comprehend what is going on? So maybe they don't comprehend what's going on. Again, I can't expect everybody to have the common sense God gave them. I can't expect everybody. Social studies was my favorite subject. I don't expect social studies to be everybody's favorite subject. They might not know. They might, So to be fair, I think the social studies teacher needs to give a fucking civics lessons. Anyway, so then he gets up. He's a fucking hunter, a fucking ice fisherman. This man gives, I'm a social studies teacher energy. His wife is a teacher. His siblings are teachers. His siblings' wives and husbands are teachers. He grew up on a Nebraska farm. Oh my God, he went to war. He's been in the National Guard. He's a sharpshooter. He was a sharpshooter so long, he lost his hair. He lost part of his hearing. He got it back. Him and his wife had to go through IVF, the pains and the struggles for them to have their children. Oh my God, and the couch sitter talking shit. Y'all know who the couch sitter is. I ain't got to say. It was just, I was elated, y'all. I felt like Mr. Kissinger. Goddamn, I didn't even think I would remember that name. Mr. Kissinger was my high school social studies teacher who let me work in the social studies office. Shout out to Mr. Kissinger. The name just came back to me. I felt like I was cheering for fucking Mr. Kissinger. For that teacher. That is cool. He ran the lunch. Then they talk about, but why he looks so old? And what he said, I fell out. They was like, he's 60. Why he looked like just a regular white man. They trying to compare this man to Brad Pitt. Why are we comparing anybody to Brad Pitt? I'm fucking comparing people to Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt. Stop playing these games. Okay? But like, right. And then, but he said, I don't think he didn't say it last night. He said it today. He was like, "Oh, what do you expect? I was in charge of lunchroom duty for 20 years. I fell out." He was like, of course I'm gray headed. I was in charge of lunchroom duty for 20 years. I fell out. I fell out while Roseanne Barr is drunk, high. I don't know what she was. Okay. I don't know what she was. Telling these kids to drop out of college. I shared it. If y'all don't follow me on my Twitter, y'all need to go follow me on my Twitter because I shared that shit. Okay. She telling y'all to drop out of college. Call her. She'll make things work for you. She wants you to go work in a fucking, I don't know where she wants you to go work. In a Piggly Wiggly or some shit. I don't know. Okay. She wants you to stop chasing those dreams of becoming a doctor and lawyer to go work in a Piggly Wiggly or some shit. Okay. But anyway, I got to hold up. Because I'm all over the place right now, but hold up. So Tim Walz, he killed it. They killed it. They killed it. Okay, they took back the American flag. They were screaming, USA, USA, USA. I was screaming, USA, USA. I felt like America could be America again. I felt like America could be the America it was back when I was younger. And the most I had to worry about is fucking George Bush. Hindsight 2020, I take George Bush any day over any of these weird ass MAGA Republicans. Okay, hindsight 2020, bring Bush back on. Fuck it, bring Bush back for the Republican nominee. I'll take it. Please, please. It's crazy when they got you out here begging for George Bush to come back, y'all. But anyway, it was something else that I did want to comment on. And it was regarding, I think it was a TikTok. I'm not sure. But it was some girl she looked Indian descent in the UK, because all this shit happened in the UK. The royal family is in hiding, whatever the fuck they doing. But they're on vacation. I don't know. Anyway, hold on. She was like, "Oh, okay." Like, you'll hear the UK people talk about, every time I go to the hospital, it's always a black or brown person there. So she was like, "Okay, well, you can't always, if you go, there's actually a shortage in the UK for doctors and nurses and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Go apply for the job." "Oh, you don't have the credentials." Okay. Well, you know what? There are also other opportunities to work in the hospitals or whatever. Oh, you're a convicted felon. Oh, that's why you're not able to get a job. Right? And I thought this shit was so funny because I'm like, people sit angry and mad calling people DEI candidates when a lot of them don't even have a high school degree. It's like these men angry at women and telling you your degree don't mean shit when he didn't even graduate high school and he make $15 an hour and live in your house and you pay all the bills. Ain't it the same shit? Tell me I'm lying. Ain't it the same shit? I hate y'all because y'all were able to come here and achieve. I hate you black bitches because y'all were able to come because y'all already recognized y'all got to work twice as hard. So y'all worked twice as hard and got into school. But no, it got to be a DI because, like, how did you get in here and my basic ass couldn't make it? Right? That's kind of what it is. How do you become a lawyer or not? How did Kamala become a district attorney and a lawyer? That should be my job. But you didn't even you got a high school diploma at best, an associate at most. No shade to people in associates, but you know what I'm saying. At most. This is exactly why they're trying to confiscate the jobs from those federal employees. Y'all know how they, in the 2025 documents, how they talking about taking I think it was like 100,000 jobs from people who aren't those jobs. You know, they went to college, experience, they worked up in their careers to get those positions. They want to take those jobs and give them to their loyalists who probably didn't even graduate high school. And apparently, these motherfuckers can't even read, okay? Because their king can't read. So, you know, it's the same sort of energy. It's like the basicness of it all, the basicness of it all is overwhelming. My throat is sore as shit right now. Oh my God, I really feel like I'm coming back down with something. I don't know what the hell wrong with me. Anyway, I'm gonna get into these comments. Before I get into these comments, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. And as well, if you can donate to the channel, y'all see my Cash App, y'all see my super chat. Your girl is working from bed, sick, feeling like death. Okay, but I'm here doing it. All right, I'm here entertaining these people. Now, let me drop this commercial break and then we'll get back and go into the comments. I will also drop the link in case anybody would like to come up.
Welcome back to Jovi's Beauty School, where we now have five, count it guys, five new scarf designs that we just got in. They're beautiful, they're amazing, they are so spring, summer vibes. I don't even know what to say. They're 35 inches by 35 inches. The print on these scarves are amazing. They're silk twill, they're gorgeous, and they won't be around for long. So if I were you, I would get mines ASAP. We're dropping them in batches. These are limited edition scarves, so when they sell out, y'all, they are sold out. So I need you to go get yours now. Don't call me talking about Jovi. I need one. It's too late. I don't know if they're going to come on the next batch, okay? So go to jovibeauty.com, get your scarf, and be that girl, because you already know how we give it up.
Okay, guys, we are back. Hello? Okay, we're back. All right. She said that's why education is so high because back in the day it was not expensive. Shit, back in the day, back when I was born, that shit was free. That shit was free. You know, or not that expensive. Like you can go to like cities, SUNYs or CUNYs, and it was free. Now, you know, but yeah, you're right. That's what we all know what it is. Um, yeah, you can go to trade school too. You don't have everybody is not meant for college. Again, that's okay. But don't be trying to force people to not go to college if that's what they want to do because you don't want people educated. That's crazy. Part of going to college is not just learning about your career, it's learning how to learn. Because I think high school is about just basic shit. And a lot of people miss out on that basic shit. But just learning how to learn and how to actually really think for yourself. But again, there's also trade schools. Trade people who work in trade make a lot of money. Um, she said these kids need to stop singing and stuff. Jazzy said the Kalani situation sound like a lie. She said she's not in that organization no more. She said she would never leave her kid with strangers. So that's what we're going with. That's what we're going with. I'm just going by what he said and what her response was. Um, um, yeah, that baby is 6 years old. If it was a problem, he would have been said it was a problem. Again, she probably stopped giving this nigga bread or some shit. I really feel like it. Um, Shay said, "Imagine being a woman and voting for a ding dong, and want to take your rights away. Imagine." Proverb said, "Hey, Jovi. I agree. A civics class is definitely necessary. Some people are embarrassing because they don't. People don't. Like I said, I comprehend that people ain't got the common sense God gave them. We would like to think that, But the reality is that most people do not have the common sense God gave them, and it's just what it is. Um, she said, I don't think they comprehend they're a product of No Child Left Behind. Yeah, a lot of these children should have been left behind until they figured it out, but they weren't. Think we mince meat due to a lack of understanding of our own country. Yeah, ain't got the common sense God. I told y'all about the story yesterday about in a college class how the Russians were how the Russian guy tore the white people in class up because they didn't know nothing about their own history. I was embarrassed, child. I'm embarrassed. He wasn't even coming at me. But I was embarrassed. Like, I'm embarrassed being an American. I was just like, bitch, I'm Black American. We ain't like y'all. Y'all, I think that was might have been my first, like, I'm Black American. We ain't like y'all. That's what I really started to see. Yes. Waltz is all American. And I love that they taking back the flag, they take back camo. I love that for them. I love that the spouses yesterday were all like white American. Yeah, okay. People can say, Kamala husband is Jewish, but he's Jewish white American. He's white American. He's white, been here. Like Walt's wife is just a Midwestern white woman. I love it. And the people who are fighting against immigration both have foreign wives. I thought it was crazy. I thought the irony of it all. But again, I don't think the Republicans know the definition of irony. Why am I whispering? I don't know. She said he is the whole package. She said I'm older than him. The fuck. His snapback was amazing. He a high school teacher. He a high school teacher. He one of the faves. He was one of the faves in school because he tell it like it is. Oh, and out. She said a lot of these guys are lazy and still want the perks of the good old boy club for having a D. Very true. Very true. It's exhausting, and we don't want it. We don't want it. They can't beat back people who didn't have a head start like they did. They can't. That's the problem. That is the problem. That is their problem. But it's whatever. It's not our issue. It's their issue. Oops. Oh, I touched something I wasn't supposed to. One. Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about garlic for? Okay. Kill the burn, swallow. Okay. All right. I'll try to get that done. Um she said back in the day it was embarrassing to fail and have to repeat a grade. I feel No Child Left Behind took away that shame. Ah, I do too. I ain't gonna hold you. I do too. Like, I don't believe in everybody gets a trophy. I believe you have to work because that's how we end up with so many adults who don't have the common sense God gave them, who can't read, who aren't able to critically think, especially in middle America where they snatched funding after funding after funding. Like, what do you expect? What do we expect? What do we expect people who don't have enough critical thinking that they're screaming and arguing into our faces, telling us that they're having post-birth abortions? That's a contradiction within itself. But the lack of rational thought or the lack of being able to have rational thought allows them to be stupid enough to, I'm gonna say stupid because we just need to be honest with, stop pussyfooting around. They're weird, stupid, a lot of other adjectives. pussyfooting around, and um they're just dumb. They're just dumb. Okay? Be able to get hoodwinked by a fucking fool like Trump makes you dumb. Say what you want to say. It makes you dumb. Whether you want to say dumb, you're a dumbass forever, or you were dumb for the moment. I don't know what. It's just dumb. It's a lack of common sense, a lack of just, we're not even talking about decency and whatever. We ain't even talking about none of that, morals and shit. We ain't even talking about the people angry at Tim Walz for like putting tampons in the girls' bathroom. I mean, pads and shit in the girls' bathroom, or like making sure the kids had breakfast and lunch for free, regardless of their situation, right? Like, it's just, we're not even talking about those moral constructs, right? We're not talking about that. We're just talking about the common sense God gave you and the lacking of it because it wasn't fed during your time in school. Okay. Y'all were too busy learning about the fucking Confederates. Apparently, I don't know. I didn't go to school down south. And none of y'all went to all white school, so y'all don't know what they learned. I feel like they were too busy. I feel like, this is my opinion. I feel like they were too busy learning about Grant and a whole bunch of Confederate bullshit that don't mean nothing, and they don't even know what the definition of irony is. They don't even comprehend the oxymoronis, morons, anyway, of saying post-birth abortion. Don't that sound retarded? Post-birth abortion. Who wrote that? Who said that? And even if they dumbass said it, how do you take that and say that's a thing? Just in the word post-birth abortion. Houseway. Houseway. But then we attempting to be decent to people when you just need to be like, are you retarded? You know, when you see them interviews where they be asking the Trump supporters, so you believe in yeah, they be having post-birth abortions. And the reporter be like, you really, like, really? You think that's a thing? When they need to be like, are you really that dumb? Answer. That would be my question. Are you really that dumb to even think putting the words post-birth abortion together is a thing? And I would y'all can't see me, damn. I'm literally doing it right now. I'm throwing my hand like it's a mic to get their response. Are you that dumb? Bam, you need to hit motherfuckers and be for real. Are you really that racist or stupid? Damn, just hit them with the questions. Hit them with the real. Stop fucking pussyfooting around. Okay, and I love it for us because apparently we Democrats decided to stop pussyfooting around and being a nice guy. I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm sorry. I love you, baby. But when they go low, we about to drag them to hell. Okay, going high has allowed them to think that they could play in our faces, and we're done with that. Ain't none of that. So when they go low, that's very Bible-y to me. Slap me on one cheek and I turn the other cheek. You know what I always say? And they go slap you on the other cheek. That's what I always used to say. I turn the other cheek. And you're going to get slapped on the other cheek and tell me that shit ain't true. So when they go low, we can no longer go high. We should have never went high, because the minute you went high, you allowed them to be who they are, and we trying to act like we above it. Fuck above it. To the pits of hell from which they came, with a fucking chuckle and a giggle while we do it. Yep, a chuckle and a fucking giggle. She said, I saw a street interview and people didn't know what the tree branch of the government we have. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think you need to give a civics class. I think that shit would break the internet. Give a civics class on Zoom where you know how the people donate, and give a civics class. Give a fucking civics class, because people, like, you would be astonished about how, that shit people that you know in your own life don't know. Whether they weren't paying attention in school, whether they missed those days, I don't know what the fuck it is. I can't comprehend it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't live their life. But yeah, it's weird. She said these higher ups think we are dumb. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah. Don't it? It sounds crazy. All three words put together sounds insane. It sounds insane. Like, so that makes sense to you? Bam. And I would just throw the mic in the motherfucker face. I'm like, what grade did you graduate? What's the highest grade you ever achieved in school? Bam. I would do that because I needed to make sense. And you need to stop pussyfooting around trying to make up for Hillary Clinton calling. That's the problem. Y'all, when they go low, we go high, and apologizing for calling niggas a bucket of deplorables. They were a basket of deplorables. They're a bucket, a fucking crane of deplorable idiots. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Stop apologize. Keep it a buck. You're an idiot. You're foolish. You're dumb. You ain't got the common sense God gave you. Remember? You're stupid. You're stupid. You can't read. You can't write. You think the word post-birth abortion goes together. You think that shit makes sense. How, Sway? How, Sway? How, Sway? She said, I'm not above anything. Cut them out. She said, she said, she told him, he told him that we niggas trying to get rid of cows. Why? And again, my next question with my mic to a fool with a Trump hat on. Why would a motherfucker want to get rid of cows? Bam! Like, I need your answer, Sweat. I need you to answer this question, because sometimes you gotta just be direct with idiots. Why? Bam! Why would anybody want to get rid of cows? Bam! You gotta hit them with it. Because you're just like, do you think that? Oh, really? Oh, you believe that? No. Because you giving them credence. No. You really think that makes sense? Bam. Because you don't think she likes hamburgers too? Bam. Wasn't y'all the ones who wiped out all the species of the what you call them? Not the moose, not the boars. You know the motherfuckers they used to run in millions across the country, and the Caucasians wiped them out. So they thought because the Indians used them for food, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Not boars. I forget. Anyway, not rain. Fuck, I say rams. Like why would Kamala Harris want to get rid of cows? Bam, and just give me an answer. Buffalo. I should remember because I am a fucking Buffalo lover in Vegas. I don't, but I do love my Buffalo. Thank you, Veronica. Why would we want to get rid of cows? Bam, and give me an answer. Why would anybody want to get rid of? Why would we want to get rid of chickens? Give me the answer. Bam. Please let me know. Bam. I need them to answer the question because because Trump say it, make it true. Because again, they don't the reasonable thought is not that gene that I don't know. It's not a gene. That part of the brain has not functioned or has not developed or some shit. I don't know. Veronica said when they go low, we go sub basement. We're going to hell. Hell yeah. Cows. Y'all fucking crazy. Cows really show that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We need to just be like direct. And what about the word post-birth abortion makes sense to you? Bam! And just put the mic in his face. And just blank stare him. Just blank stare, because I need an answer. Because you said that shit with your chest. You said that shit with your chest. Bam! With the mic. She want to get rid of cows. Why would she want to do that, Sway? Bam! With the mic. I need to know. Oh, they took my job. Do you have a criminal record? Bam, hit him with the mic. She's a DEI candidate. What the fuck? So what would you consider Ivana, John Jr., and is Eric and Eric? Bam, hit him with the mic. DEI. What's up? Please. Please. Bison or buffalo? In my mind is buffalo. It might be bison, but in my mind it's buffalo. Sorry, I mean you really yelling in the house. My throat hurt too. I'm about to fucking lose my voice fucking around with y'all. She said Trump is scared of going to lose. Talking about bring back. I spoke about that earlier. Yep, he talking about bring back Crooked Joe. You know he was doing all of that while they was while the show while the rally was going on yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, like he is in Mar-a-Lago. Roseanne was probably sitting next to him. They were fucking drinking some shit, doing whatever. You know, the people were sitting around. He was throwing shit at the wall. You know, he like it's a fucking teacher, fucking teacher. And then Roseanne said, I'm going to help you. I'm going to make a video and tell people not to drop out of college. And then she did that old drunken high. Well, I don't know what she was. I ain't saying she was. I'm saying, in my opinion, that's what she looked like. And now people are screaming, USA, USA. And now people aren't going high anymore. Also that. Even Joe tried to go high. You gotta drag. Listen, one thing us black women know how to do is drag a hoe. Okay? One thing us black women know how to do is drag a hoe. Okay? Kamala is dragging a hoe. Okay? One thing a teacher know how to do, somebody who ran the lunchroom for 20 years know how to do, is deal with a bully. You get me? They know how to deal with a bully. Okay? You gotta poke that hoe. Poke that hoe. They out here throwing a whole tantrum, about to fall out and cry. Elon Musk was threatening to block people for calling people weird. He was threatening to take away motherfuckers' Twitter accounts for saying weird. Okay, they're crying because of a cat, because people are making jokes about a couch after everything. Please, why sway? Child, it don't matter if it's buffalo or bison, Celeste. I appreciate you. Buffalo! It don't matter. But I appreciate you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. Ooh, we got a new subscriber. Got a new subscriber. Got a new subscriber. Hey, Nancy girl. Um, why would getting rid of cows be part of a green plan? Answer. I need answer. What part of getting rid of cows, animals, would be part of a green plan? I don't even have to know what the green plan is to know that a green plan probably means making sure the cows are healthy, the chickens are healthy. What in a green plan got to do with getting rid of cows? But again, critical thinking. That's what it is. The lack of critical thinking. Ooh, sway. Ooh, sway. Ooh, sway. She said, I had to educate my daughter. Nancy, if you had to educate your daughter, that's why we believe, and I'm going to go send this shit on Twitter when I get off of here. I'm going to be like, Tim Walz, can you please host a civics class on Zoom or TikTok. No, the TikTok kids know what the fuck it is. They know. Okay. Could we please host a civic class on Zoom or whatever, bitch? I don't care. Not Twitter Spaces. Yeah, not Twitter, because Elon gonna fuck it up. Not Twitter. Till we just hold a civics class on Zoom or something, or a rally. Let's put that shit on TV. Let's put that shit on TV. Let's CNN buy host. I believe that this motherfucker could put a civics lesson together to teach this in 30 seconds. I want him in his old classroom with his shirt sleeves rolled up, chalk on his hands, green board. They should make a political ad and just teach what's a civics lesson, and how all three boards, on how all HEMI boards branches work together, supposed to work together, because people forgot or didn't learn it. And then maybe he may be able to do one again on like a Zoom, a longer version. But I think that eat. I personally think that would eat. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why he's winning. He's so. You know what I want to ask JD Vance? I had this thought before we came on here. What the fuck is he gonna do when Trump loses and he sends his followers to go string him up like he tried to do Pence? Is no one thinking that, like, my, you know, forethought, calculating, my brain that I use often, association, like he likes to motherfucking send his people to go hang you. That's what they tried to do to Pence, remember? Pence had to be hiding under the desk, calling for the gods to come in and save them. Remember when Trump didn't do nothing? Oh, we forgot though. We forgot because Trump didn't call the people. Pence had to call the people hiding because they was coming to string them up. We forgot. I want to know what Vance going to do when they come to string his ass up. You know what he going to do? He going to push his wife and kids in front of him. Damn, that's fucked up. I just had to knock. That's fucked up. But it's what I think is true. I fucked up. That's what I think is true. He's not going to blame him being weird. He's not going to blame him having like 85 different personalities. He's not going to blame any of that. He's going to blame his Indian wife. Yep. And the mixed kids. I want to know because I believe they're going to try to string him up. She said, I don't trust any candidate until the debate. Trump don't want to debate, child. She said, also ignorant. Not every candidate that's not white is a DII. Meanwhile, he's a whole white convicted felon. Exactly. Like, DEI higher. DEI higher. Bitch, you dumb? You dumb? Please. Please. Oh, we got a donation. We got a donation. Thank you, Empress. Empress sent us a super sticker. Thank you, Empress, so much. Again, you can send us a super sticker. You can send us a Cash App. You can send us a PayPal. Y'all know all of my thing is Jovi Beauty. You can send me even a Zelle if you don't like that. You want to send a Zelle, is JoviBeauty at Gmail. It's always Jovi Beauty. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for this super sticker. It is thoroughly appreciated and deserved. I'm working while sick in bed. Thank you. All right. Where are we? Hey Canva, how are you? We've been going on one, Canva. We've been going on one. I know you want lunch. Uh, Capitol Hill. They said. She said they said if Trump doesn't win, we prepared, girl. You knew you gonna learn today. We prepared. The people in the gun states, they got their guns. The people that aren't in the gun states, we got something. We gonna get you some mace or something. They ship machetes on Amazon. Y'all better get it together, okay? Y'all better get it together. He's going to be mad when his kids grow up and are considered a DEI. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He ain't gonna think Toto. Ooh, not my kids. That part. Just like affirmative action put more white women in the schools than anybody. Those parts. Yeah, he's not going to, because he would have to be able to keep on track. He would actually be able to have to keep a thought. He would have to actually answer shit directly. And he just can't do that. So that's not going to happen. We all know that's not going to happen. There we go. All right, y'all. So we gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna get up out of here. We've been here for like an hour and a half, and I'm sick. I ain't even supposed to be here. Y'all know I don't even like going over an hour, but this election shit got me in turmoil. Ooh, so the people. Ooh, side note, I'm just looking up at the CNN screen. The people, because there's some astronauts stuck in space. They could be returning home in 2025. Now, this is the question I have, because they're trying to figure out how long, because you can't really be in space for too long because their bones get brittle and shit. And did y'all know that spacesuits are made from a lot of different materials, but one of the main materials in spacesuits is melanin. Did you know that? I know that. You know why I know that? Stupid self. Because back when I wanted my kid to be an astronaut, I used to look into things like that. And it just came up one day, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So nonetheless, you cannot be in space for more than like 4 to 6 months, I believe. Their bones will get brittle. They're easy when they come back. The astronauts, their bones are weaker. They're easier to break, et cetera, et cetera. So my question is, like, they got these people going to be in space for damn near a year. Is this real, or is this a test to see how long, to see if motherfuckers can be in space a little longer? I don't know. I always say they need to just send some black people up there and see what happens. Let's just do that. There's a million black people trying to be astronauts. Just send them up there for like a year, see what happens. Send a black person and a white person, and just see what happens. Let's see how the bone structure go. Because if the spacesuits got to be made out of melanin, it tells me something might be awry. Awry. Anyway, um, so I'm gonna get out of here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern. And as always, you know how we end this. I hope you live your life like it's golden, because what? There's no other way to live it. Love you all.